Honorable Abayi, if you look at what the present administration is doing as regarding the NNPC, the issues raised, the issues of people, appointment of expatriates, the issues of the foreign companies not putting their headquarters in the communities where they operate, and all of these issues. If you look at the summary, do you think that the lawmakers in the 8th Assembly have done a good job with what we have seen, if you round up your thoughts on the PIB and the PIGB that's passed yesterday?
Work in progress. Work in progress. No perfect situation. But from the razzmatazz and morass of the behemoth NNPC, what was passed yesterday by the 8th Senate, I think redounds to some eulogy, or if you like, even some panegyrics. But of interest to me is the fact that in the PIGB bill now, no foreigner can be employed in an area where you have qualified Nigerians. This tends to increase local content, and even in areas where you do not have qualified Nigerians, and you are forced to employ foreigners. The PIG bill was quite pellucid to the fact that it becomes mandatory for Nigerians to understudy such expert hands. That is a tremendous departure from...
All right. Honorable Abayi, let me allow Senator Solomon to weigh in on this one before we move into assessing President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Your final thought on the PIB. Where do you think they are getting it wrong? Where do you think they are headed? And with what we have seen and your experience in the National Assembly, is it an effort in futility?
No, it's not. To start with the last word, it's not an effort in futility. It's a right step in the right direction. But what they've said is not quite possible for us to have one bill for the industry. So we may have some bills, and that makes the whole bills a part. The one passed now is just a part of a whole. I mean, maybe a basket of bills. That one is passed now. So if they can pass the rest, that makes it all.
It does make it some legislative sense to do that?
Yes, they should, because you see, it's an outcome of a body put together by President Obasanjo to look at the industries. They made recommendation, and it's the outcome of the recommendation that was packaged as a bill and sent to the National Assembly. And if it's received and we believe that, yes, this is what we need to change the outlook of the industry, for revenue, job for the people, and so on and so forth, we should at least endeavor to pass everything. So if they believe that passing everything as one is too difficult after 2 tenors, 2 sessions, I think it may be right to start the way they've started, provided they consider the rest.
Let's switch gears now quickly. On Monday, it will be exactly 2 years since President Muhammadu Buhari was inaugurated as Nigerian president. And security, anti-corruption, war, economy, those are 3 basic, the spine of what the APC said they want to do. In your estimation, do you think the APC should even be given a chance in 2019? If in 2 years, would you say they have done right or good for Nigeria, or good or bad?
Well, you mentioned 3 items. You mentioned corruption, you mentioned security, you mentioned economy. Those are 3 items. Even they may have subheadings. And if you look at corruption, nobody has ever fought corruption the way he's fighting corruption.
You think so?
I believe so.
When they say that it's one-sided.
I believe so. No matter how you do it, there will still be people complaining. Maybe perhaps those that are affected. As they said the other time, are you guilty or not? Is it about whether you've not dipped your hand into the coffer of your state or the federal government, or is about, no, they are victimizing me? No, you should come to one side of it. So for the corruption, I think no government has ever fought them headlong as he is doing presently.
If you're a lecturer, how would you rate President Muhammadu Buhari in 2 years out of a 4-year term?
Well, I will give him above average.
Above average, that's about 50% or so.
60.
All right, let me go to Honorable Abayi. In 4 years, 2 years down now, 2 more to go. Do you think with what has been done in this Buhari administration, do you think that they do deserve, if they go to the poll, that they will not be beaten blue-black considering their performance? Woeful or good performance?
I don't see any justification for anybody to think that if we go to the polls just now, the Nigerian electorate will not return a resounding victory in favor of President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC government. Let me say that at times I listen with maniacal bewilderment when critics raise very toxic animadversions, or if you like, objurgations as to what has been President Muhammadu Buhari's or APC's performance in the last 2 years. Yes, it's not been all rosiat for the economy. Yes, there is unemployment. Yes, there is pervasive poverty. But let us not forget that 2 years ago, Nigeria was mired in an entropic aqua of economic radiculopathy, political sciatica, and social dystopia. So much so that when PMB himself came on board, he cried aloud. He cried aloud to the entire Nigerians that he never knew that our economy has been so prostrated, so castrated to the extent that it was quarantined in a labyrinthine vortex of economic willy-willy. Let me say that on the Boko Haram war to fight terrorism, President Muhammadu Buhari has not only degraded Boko Haram. Today, Boko Haram and its terrorist activities have been reduced to a state of total rebellion. Whereas before President Muhammadu Buhari came on board,
all right, Honorable, I'm afraid because of our time, we may have to bring you back for this analysis in the coming days. We will do detailed work on this one. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Honorable Patrick Obayagbo, and giving us the benefit of your experience and knowledge of legislation in Nigeria. And Honorable Ganiyu Solomon, many thanks for coming on the program.
It's a pleasure.
Do stay with us. We have some special program for you right here on the program and on Channels Television, assessing the 2 years of the Buhari government. But for tonight, that's how far we can go. Many thanks for being part of it. On behalf of the team, I'm Sean Kimbale. Bye for now.